Timer's ticking. Last chance to hit those likes. Let's get the party started. Yo! Fellas! Let's go, man. Judge is making me laugh in the beginning of the stream. He said, I could really use some crack during these times. That was just so random, man. It made me laugh. Sometimes those random-ass comments just make me laugh. I don't know why. I could really use some crack during these times. Yo, shout out to everyone, man. Bitcoin with an absolutely unbelievable bounce. Absolutely insane. We've gone from an absolutely horrible weekly to an absolute insane weekly bullish hammer candle in the span of 24 hours. What a freaking day. Today was freaking awesome, man. So as always, we can smack up that like button for your boy. If anything you can do in the stream, it's just simply hitting up that like button for your boy. We had Wes, who said he bought the freaking dip. Let's go, man. Wes bought the dip. Unfortunately for everyone did not buy the dip. And unfortunately, you guys are going to have to hear me rant about the Wyckoff all stream. As much as you guys wanted to troll me this morning and troll me yesterday, you might have to hear about the Wyckoff for a little bit longer. So let's talk about. But for everyone, unfortunately, all right, everyone didn't buy the dip, and quite frankly, there's a lot of people who actually sold the dip and instead shorted the low. Let's bring on our good friend Horse Guy before we start the stream. And we look at some charts. Let's bring on our good friend Horse Guy and see what he has to say about what he did today. He's not very happy with himself, guys. So be easy on Horse Guy, all right? Don't be too mad at him. He's just a horse, all right? Come on, Horse Guy. Come on, buddy. I'm busy eating hay. I don't want to talk to the stream. They're going to make fun of me. Okay, fine. I'll go on. I don't want to go on the stream today. The guys are going to make fun of me. I sold my whole portfolio at the low. I did, and there's nothing I can do about it. So what did I do? Well, you know, I am revenge trading. I will not FOMO. I will revenge short. So I am short on Bitcoin right now. 100x. What could go wrong? I will make my money back in one trade. You wait, you salty bulls. I hate this crypto market. Why did we pump? We were supposed to be bearish on bearish news. Why the hell did we pump? It was such an obvious short. It was bearish. Mike Africa told me it was over this morning. Bath said Wyckoff was not valid. What the hell? I'm just playing. Let's get it, man. Why do I still have... All right, anyways. Let's jump onto the chart, man. Let's jump onto the chart and let's have some fun. Anyways, let's come back over here. Let's take off Judge's crack message that's on stream. Because really, we shouldn't have the crack message on the stream. You know what I'm saying? Crypto Shock, he said, in the end, they will all bend the knee to the King BTC. I agree, man. Eventually, all the money comes back to Bitcoin and Ethereum as well. Eventually, that money flows back into Bitcoin and Ethereum, man. All right. Anyways, let's get it. Let's freaking get busy. Let's go, man. All right. So what do we got on BTC? Let's talk some Wyckoff. No, I'm just kidding. We won't do that just yet. But I will say this, guys. Another dip that's, I mean, as it stands right now, that's a pretty significant bounce. And, you know, we kind of talked about this yesterday when we were kind of going through a little bit of a dip. And we said, okay, a lot of the times, the lows for BTC. Now, we still got some work to do and we haven't really, you know, gone anywhere just yet. But the lows for BTC typically end up being with these massive sell-off events. All right, these massive sell-off events. So you guys know back here in November, the FTX crash, and this is exactly what we were talking about last night, guys. When you see these big FUD events where, you know, it's the US government fudding or something's going down, right? FTX crash, right? 1 week of down, that marked the low, right? The banking crisis dip, right? Where you had the banking crisis, you had the USDC depeg, that ended up marking the low. Now you got the Binance and Coinbase being sued by the SEC. And what do you know? Price gets capitulated on Bitcoin and on altcoins, all right? And you see a significant bounce for Bitcoin. You actually end up turning the weekly green on what was supposed to be a massive bearish week. So I think the best thing we can learn from this, and we can learn from this things, guys, right? Because, you know, in the moment, it does not feel comfy, right? And I always like to say the best buying opportunities is when you don't feel comfy, right? And this was another situation where everyone wasn't feeling comfy, right? It wasn't a comfy situation, man. Binance was getting screwed. You know, like I talk about the Wyckoff, but Binance and Coinbase about to get that whack off right up the ass. You know what I mean? Like they're about to get it right up the poop hole, or supposedly. But you know, once again, we get major FUD, Binance and Coinbase SEC, and we get the massive bounce. And what we did here was, you know, just quickly on the weekly, we'll go to the short-term time frames real quick. But we were able to, after dumping below the 200 week, we're able to reclaim the 200 week. And we actually dumped below the bull market support band as well. We actually back tagged that. Finally, we were able to tag the bull market support band. And we also got a nice bounce off that, right? So that was beautiful, right? That's the first step of what we want to see, right? We're not out of the woods yet, so let's not get too pumped and be like, let's go, we're going to the moon just yet. There's many things we got to do, all right? Well, we'll talk about that when we zoom in, all right? But I think the best thing we can learn from this situation is buy when everyone is freaking out about some stupid FUD, all right? If we haven't learned that yet, make sure you learn that. When there's massive FUD and you see a massive drop, especially on Bitcoin, that's the best buying opportunity you can get, all right? Even if we don't go higher. I mean, this was a 6% bounce today, so you could have easily longed or just made 6% on a buy, right? Easy peasy. Throw it in the can, all right? Now we got to talk about where we're going next. Let's talk about it, man. Is your mom a security or a commodity, bro? My mom isn't either, bro. You want to see what my mom is? You want to see what my mom is? Let's bring her on. Your mom, or my mom. Come on. Guys, I'm not a security or a commodity. I'm a trophy, you know? You boys on the stream wish you could have me, all right? But I'm Mike's, all right? Mike brings the volume. You guys could not bring the volume that Mike brings, all right? I am a trophy. So get it right. Not a security, not a commodity. A trophy. All right, guys. I'll see you guys later. Mike, get in the bedroom right now. Oh, there's going to be volume, baby. Let's go. There's going to be a lot of freaking volume. I'm bringing the thunder. Shout out to Mike and my mom. I don't need to know this. I don't need to know this, but they want to tell me. They want to tell me, bro. But Dan said horrifying. It's a little horrifying, man. But listen, that's what we do over here. You know what I'm saying? We have fun and we look at the charts. All right. What do we got going on now? All right. So Bitcoin, we came back to the bottom of the wedge. Cool. Awesome. That's a good first step. But we still got some work to do in here, right? So this is a falling wedge. It's one of the patterns that I like to use. And this has a 69% chance to break to the upside. So if we're going based off of just the technicals, never mind the sentiment that was absolutely shitty earlier today. But if we're just going based off the technicals, this is a 69% chance to break to the upside. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to do it right now, right? So we've gotten the pump off support.
Just people fleeing their altcoins that the SEC named in the lawsuit.
Oh, envy. That could certainly be what it is. That can certainly be what it is. But envy, I will show you something that I might disagree with what you're saying. And I'll show you something in a little bit that shows USDT dominance is actually coming down, which means people are selling Tether into crypto, which means it's not just people selling alts into crypto. But we'll go over that in a little bit. But all right, we got the bounce off support. Now is where we got to be a little short-term cautious. All right, a little short-term cautious as we're coming up to resistance now, right? We're actually sitting right on the weekly open, which, you know, typically ends up being a little bit of resistance. So we have the weekly open sitting right here at 27,120. We're actually slightly above it. So, you know, I would love to get a close above the weekly open. And I think that would be a great first step of not only getting a close above that weekly open, but also getting a bullish engulfing candle on the daily. I think would be very, very, very freaking nice. That's kind of the first step. And we got to be a little bit careful here. Sometimes you can get rejected here. You know, not saying, you know, we're going to get rejected here, but, you know, after a 6% move up, you just be a little cautious for a short-term move, right? I think the big thing, though, is the wedge, right? And kind of like I'm saying, you know, could we still chop in here for a little bit? Yeah, we could still chop in here for a little bit, right? How I'm going to get, where you will see me turn into Moon Boy Jordan, all right? Like absolute Moon Boy, where I'm calling for 40K in a few weeks, which, you know, it is what it is. I need to see Bitcoin break from the wedge, right? So let's see Bitcoin get a daily close above here. And then I think we can start talking about some higher prices in here, all right? But let's focus on closing above this weekly open, closing above the wedge, and let's get freaking busy. But we got to fight in here, boys. We got to fight. So if you are a bull, all right? Listen, we haven't been very good fighters lately. So I need all you guys in the chat right now, okay? Seriously. If you guys are bulls, I need to see you. If I still have judges chat on here, man. If I don't see you in the chat, spam the swords and shields. I'm going to be very, very freaking upset. All right? So let's freaking go. Get in here and spam the swords and spam the shields. We have gotten the capitulation dump. Now we must push further. The bears are in shambles. They don't understand why we pumped. They thought bad news equals dump. Oh. What a bunch of imbeciles. Now we will push them back. So spam your swords, shields, spares, goats, and your bear testicles. And we will push them back to where they came from, which is hell. Let's go. DJ's going nuts. I love it, man. Let's go, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. Come on, man. I love the hype in the chat, man. We haven't had hype in the chat for quite a bit. We need some hype in the damn chat, man.
We're going to the moon.
Let's go, man. We need the energy. We need that energy for BTC. And Bitcoin needs our energy, man. And I feed off your guys' energy. You guys give me energy, I will give you energy. I feed off that energy, man. That's what I do. At least I try to. I try to. Judge says crack. Judge just wants some crack. That's all he wants. Judge doesn't want anything. He just wants freaking crack. All right. Anyways, I love it, man. I love it. Let's go, man. We're bringing this bitch. Oh, Lord. Let's go. I love the energy, man. I love it. All right. Let's go over look at before we go look at the 4 hour, which actually let's go to the 4 hour. Let's go to the 4 hour. The 4 hour is really wait, what's going on in here? Crypto Shock with 10 memberships?
Strap up. We're going to the moon.
Holy moly, Crypto Shock. I'm gonna have to match you. I'm gonna have to match you, brother. So we're gonna do it at the end of the stream. We're gonna give away 10 more memberships at the end of the stream because Crypto Shock did 10. So why am I not gonna do 10? All right, let's go. We're gonna do 10 more in a little bit. Let me just go over a few more things and we'll do 10 more. All right, so make sure if you got to win the membership, you gotta like the current stream. You gotta be typing in the chat and you gotta be subscribed. All right, and make sure you have membership winnings on. That's how you win. All right, we do membership streams every morning at 8:30. So if you guys are interested in that, that's what we do for the members. Anyways, 4 hour time frame. I let judges put the funniest thing today. I don't know why I find this so funny. Judge just wants crack. That's the stream for today, man. You know, the judge just wants freaking crack. I don't want crack. I just want chocolate. Mom, do we have any more Hershey's chocolate? That's my crack. All right, anyways. That's how I'm picturing Judge, but with crack. Anyways, Bitcoin. Let's go look at the 4 hour on Bitcoin and zoom in a little bit. What do we got? Finally got some volatility. It's actually exciting to talk about short-term time frames now. Holy shit, this is like Christmas. This is like Christmas. Clint's doing 10-2. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. Sorry for the clapping, guys. I'm just hyped up today. I'm just hyped up today. Anyways, I'm not euphoric on Bitcoin yet. I think we still need to do some things. I'm not like, oh my God, we're going to the moon on Bitcoin just yet. But I'm pumped. I think that bad news really, and that bad news and that pump really give Bitcoin some life, at least temporarily. Anyways, Bitcoin. We are fighting that weekly open, man. So the weekly open tends to be resistance a lot of the times, right? And we are sitting right above, but the last 2 4 hour candles, we've been fighting in there, man. We've been fighting a tough battle with that weekly open, which is this dotted line in here. We got 1 4 hour rejection. We're slightly above now, but we're still kind of fighting that zone. So I think that's a big sort of zone that the bulls need to sort of close above for us to be like, let's go. If we can break that, I think it's a pretty clear run to this range high, which is 27,500. And if we can clear that. Once again, I think the big ticket for the bulls in here is this downtrend of resistance, right? Which, you know, I'm not saying like if it breaks out, go all like buy. I'm saying to show some strength, we want to see Bitcoin break this. And I think that's really going to show some strength by the bulls if we can push through this resistance. But still, anything below this resistance, I think it's still definitely possible we can just range in here. Especially with the big news coming up next week, which is the CPI and FOMC, which the markets are waiting for. So this is the ticket. I think this is kind of the final stage after we did our deviation. What we talked about yesterday was, all right, we get this low, we got this low. If we dump below this low, let me turn off that the freaking notifications because those things are going nuts, man. I appreciate you guys are nuts today, man. Wait, who did 20, bro? Guillermo? Oh my God.
Strap up. We're going to the moon.
Oh my God, 20? Dude, you are insane. Everyone's going to be green in the chat. There's going to be no point of being a member. Everyone's going to be a member. That's insane, bro. We're going to be, so we did 10, 10, 20. I'm going to do another 10. That's going to be 50. That is absolutely insane, dude. Literally everyone in the chat is going to be green. Holy shit. But this is what we talked about yesterday. And Bitcoin had this low. We said if it deviated this low and got back into the range, we're targeting the range high. So far, that's been kind of the right call. Now, you know, I guess, and I sort of said this for this initial dump. I know we were looking at this time for Bitcoin to kind of roll back up. And I think sometimes, and enough people don't do this in the space when they sort of, they act like they're always right? And no one's always right, especially me, all right? So I think we can go back and do a quick learning experience in here. What was the reason why we dumped? And I always like to make this, don't make excuses. If you were long in this zone and Bitcoin dumped, do not make excuses and say, it was the FUD, it was the news why we dumped. No, the charts actually were showing that we should have got this little flush down, all right? And it was pretty obvious in hindsight, right? And I think the best thing we can do is go back and learn. Why did we do this? Well, it's the exact reason why we pumped right now, right? We had these highs. We deviated the high. We fell back into the range. We tried to come back up. This should have been a short right here. That should have been such an easy short, right? And sometimes we miss it, right? Sometimes we miss it, but that was in hindsight, right? I'm not saying like, oh my God, look, I shorted this. I did not short this, okay? But in hindsight, that was a nice short entry, right? And I think we can learn from that. Definitely. And for the same reason why we should have went long here, boom, that was a pretty easy long. Same setup. It was literally the same setup. So I think that's what we can learn from this. And, for next time, if we see something like this, I think we should be short-term a little bit of bearish, right? Which you guys know I wasn't really zoomed in the last couple weeks. So, but it was there. It was there. Interactive said, smack the likes. Let's freaking get busy, bro. Let's get busy. Let's see. Haunt said, how to get the weak hands out. Oh, they're out. Oh, they are out. They are out of here. They are outsy. The weak hands are going like this. Wait, what the hell? What did we dump? What did we dump? Like, what the frickin'? Why do I always do this? Why do I sell on the FUD? I am always bullish at the highs and bearish at the lows. I was told that we would dump on the news. I don't even know what I'm trying to be right now, but that's sort of what's going on. But listen, everyone gets something wrong. It's all good. Anyone who sold down here, listen, use it as a learning experience. We've all done it before. All right. Every single one of us has done it before. I'm not acting like I'm perfect. If you sold down here because you were scared of what was going down today, we have all done it. Learn from it. And I think the best thing we can do, just like, okay, we should have called this short. The best thing we can do, all right? The best thing we can do is learn, right? So just like we said, whenever you see this big bad news and you see big sell-offs, that is the best time to get into the market, right? That's the best freaking time, as we labeled on all these big dumps. The best time, right? And the worst time you can get in is actually when you get super bullish news. When you get super bullish news, that's usually the worst time. That's when you should be getting out, right? So great example of to sort of flip your philosophy, right? And listen, like we're all not perfect, but I think this is a good learning experience, especially when you're at a key support, right? When you're at these weekly highs, when you're at this weekly high, August, when you're at this weekly high, February, you're back testing the bull market support band, you're back testing the 200-week moving average. It's just a big support level, right? It's likely that it's going to hold, even if you're bearish, right? So this is looking good. We got work to do. It looks like we're breaking that. It looks like we're breaking that weekly open here. That's looking juicy. It's looking juicy.
We're going to the moon.
Let's go, man. Shout out to Crypto Cash. He said, you always make me laugh. You're worth a lot more than Binance has me hostage. What do you mean Binance has you hostage? What the hell? You can't withdraw from Binance right now? Or Binance US? Damn. Well, the good thing about that is they are not insolvent. They are not insolvent, right? So you should be able to get your money off of there eventually. I know they froze assets on there or whatever, but it's not like they're insolvent. So I think you should be okay. But I understand what you're saying. It's not the most comfy situation to be in. I get that. That is for sure. It's definitely not comfy. It's not like a comfy cloud, as I always like to say. But I appreciate that, man. You're an absolute stud. All you guys are studs, man. All you guys are freaking studs. Anyways, any freaking ways. What else do we got? So it looks like, yeah, looks like we are breaking that weekly open. Looks like we are coming up to test the 50 on the daily, which should be another level that we kind of can struggle with. But hey, man, we're gonna be here and we're gonna look at this. We're gonna freaking look at this, bro. Let's go. I got stuck $1 on Binance. Damn, that $1, bro. Hey, there was a day where you could buy candy with $1. Now, is there anything you can even buy with $1? You can't even buy like mints with $1. You can't even buy a water bottle with $1, which is literally just water in plastic. Even a water bottle is like $2 now, the small one. It's like, dude, what the hell? What does this world turn into, man? Right? I mean, shit. Freaking shit. We can't afford anything now. Lord. You know, that's what inflation does to you, I guess. Where's my guy? Where is he, man? Hold on, guys. I'm looking for my guy on here. I don't see him though. Oh man, I think he's gone. He's gone. That's not good. That is definitely not good. Yo, on the grind. Good to see you, bro. It is good to see you on the grind, man. I love when you're in here, man. I love when you're. I'm seeing a lot of old faces in the chat today, which is really, really nice, man. Really, really nice. All right, so we got that. We looked at Bitcoin. We looked at the short-term time frames. We know what we need to do. We know the levels that we got to look out for on BTC. I stress caution as we move up, right? But I am also not that bearish. I am not bearish. But as we start to approach, especially 27,500 and this resistance up here on this wedge, I think it's important to just be cautious, right? I wouldn't be necessarily FOMOing into resistance. The time to buy was sort of, or long was down here. Now you're kind of getting to some levels where, you know, like we said, you might kind of just range in here for a little bit. But as soon as we break out this wedge, you will see me be full on bullish and we will play the new pump scene that I can't wait to play the pump scene, bro. I've been waiting so long to play the pump scene. So long to play the damn pump scene, bro. Oh my God. I want to play it so bad, but I can't do it yet. I have to come in. Right? Jordan, stop being so bullish, bro. Don't you know the macro economy is still horrible? All right? Macro economy is still horrible. Inflation's still sticky. All right? And we're going into a recession in Q4, man. So you got to be careful. All right? I would be all in cash right now. I would be all in cash. I wouldn't be buying any stocks. I wouldn't be buying any crypto. I would be all in T-bills right now. T-bills and cash. Get in T-bills and cash, bro. Thank you, macro guy. Oh my God. We're turning that off. We're turning that off real quick. Who did that on the grind? We're turning off the cucumber real quick. YouTube's going to ban me for, you know, talking about cucumbers too much. Or they're going to basically going to put me in the search terms as cucumber. All right, let's talk about everyone's favorite chart. That's, you know, I was getting trolled on this a little bit this morning. And that's okay, right? I think, you know, sometimes you be more confident when you get trolled. All right. So Bitcoin, we have now come back down and we have now tapped that 25.3, 25.2 range that everyone was kind of calling for. And we actually didn't end up hitting it. That's cool. But that didn't change the overall Wyckoff schematic in here. And I know this is your guys' favorite freaking chart. You guys loved it. You love when I talk about the Wyckoff. I even changed my Discord name to Suck My Wyckoff. Suck my damn Wyckoff. All right. But no, so we've been talking about this where we got the SC phase, which is the first low, right? We got the ST phase, which is the second low, right? We got the spring phase, which is the FEX crash into the major pump, and how I believe that we are in this SOS phase. And we were kind of saying Bitcoin can come all the way back down to 25K and still be in this SOS phase, right? Which is basically you're above the high. You're consolidating above that high of the range before the big push up. And I know everyone's kind of saying, but Jordan, the macro's horrible. Binance just got sued. I know that's what everyone's going to say, all right? But again, here we are, all right? Here we are. The weekly's green. Suck my whack off. So that's where we are. Oh, you guys are saying Bitcoin's sending. So anyways, besides that, I am looking for Bitcoin to eventually, right? It might not be right away. We could still chop in here for a few more weeks, but I'm eventually still looking up no matter what sort of happens. Bitcoin's sending. Oh, oh, here we go, Vikings. Vikings. We're at 27,284. Here we are. Clint, you're cracking me up today, dude. How many goddamn phases how many goddamn phases can there be? And SOS means you're fucked. That is true. I don't know why they call it SOS. They call it SOS. I believe it stands for something about like you coming back down to support. I forget what it actually stands for. That's not that's sort of irrelevant, but something basically retesting support. It usually means save our ship. It usually means save our ship when we're effed. That is definitely true. But yeah, it looks like, all right, Bitcoin has cracked that weekly open, and that was kind of the level, right, dude? If we crack that weekly open, it could get real in here. It could get real if we crack that weekly open, which was that dotted line in there. And here comes Bitcoin. With 30 minutes left to go on the daily, we are now back into the weekly moving averages. This could get real if we break through the 50 in here. This could get insane. Who would have thought today we would be up 6% this morning when it was looking grim? To some of us, it was looking grim, right? To some of us, it was looking grim. I was told it was over. And here we are, back at 27,300. It's beautiful.
Stupid.
Let's go, man. All right, 27,350. We are sitting right at that 50-day EMA on the daily. Can we see this break? This is the big level, man. And then we also have the 27,500 highs, which we've gotten rejected from once, twice, 3 times. That's been the overall target of this move. After deviating the lows, was the top of the range. We have now found ourselves back at the top of the range. I didn't think we'd do it in one day, but here we are. Insane move today. Insane. Like, even if this sells off, man, you gotta love this move. Just for a big fat FU to freaking the lizard Gary Gensler. This is a big fat FU to Gary, right? The freaking lizard. You know, all cryptos are securities. All right, all crypto securities, especially Algorand. All right, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin are the only commodities. Everything else, I deem as security. And I will not give any other descriptions on any other altcoins. I'll just random altcoins whenever I want and say they're securities. That's basically, you guys ever see Gensler whenever he talks, his hands like shaking like this? His hands always shaking like this. He's always such a nervous little lizard, man. I don't know why he's always so nervous, man. You know, he should be confident in what he's saying, but he's up there going with his little hand like shaking, like he's nervous, man. Like, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. It was basically in the gift today. Lord, bro. All right, so we are seeing at least a little bit of a rejection there, which is cool. I mean, listen, we're up 6% today. It's okay if we get a little bit of a rejection temporarily. 50-day EMA usually is a tough level, so we could battle that for a little bit, just like we kind of battled this weekly open for a few hours in here. You know, like we could battle that for just a little bit. But that would be cool. Yo, shout out to Jack, bro. I love it. Shout out to Jack Schrader, man. I haven't seen you in a bit. What's going on, Jack? Like I said, there's a lot of people in here I haven't seen in quite a bit. It must be, this move must have got a lot of people who are kind of pessimistic, very optimistic, which I agree, man. I agree. I think there's, you know, like kind of like we've been talking about for weeks, and then kind of, you know, working our way through this range. Whoever we got through, right? We had some fractals. They kind of deviated from the fractal a little bit, but we're kind of back where it should be now. We're kind of doing it. Like, we got to break this, but this was a significant move, and this was a very, very key thing to break the lows and get back in. That was very, very key. Anyways, let's go talk on some other shit. Ethereum, man, look at that, bro. Look at the precision on Ethereum, bro. Look at this shit. We came back down, right? And for the last like 2 months, we've just been going sideways for Ethereum. But this we never tested that bull market support band, right? And that's kind of like, okay, I'd like to test that, right? Typically on the moves up and the retraces, you test this. But we just barely tapped it today. And as soon as we tapped that ass very, very hard. Like we tapped that freaking ass right at that bull market support band in here. And whoop, got sent right back up, which is awesome. Now it's going to be, okay, by the end of this week, can we turn this into a kind of a bullish hammer candle in here with a big wick on the bottom that shows the strength from the bulls? That is nice. That is a nice candle, and that shows some damn serious strength for Ethereum. And yeah, I think Ethereum is looking very, very nice, and it's set up for same thing for Bitcoin. Eventually, whatever we do in the next few weeks, eventually for higher prices. It's just a matter of time. Kind of waiting it out, right? So that's what we got for Ethereum. I think it's very simple for Ethereum. Nothing too crazy to really say on that. Just a nice rise, retrace. Still waiting for the move, though. We're still waiting for the move. We haven't gotten it yet. And I think the thing on the daily on Ethereum, which was weird, we actually broke out on Ethereum a little bit ago, right? Where we kind of broke this trend line in here. We broke out. We back tested once. We came back up. And then we back tested again today. And now we're coming back up. So some good things to be optimistic about for Ethereum, but we need to see the move, man. We need to see the freaking move. And for me to get bullish on ETH, just like for Bitcoin, I want to see it break this level right here, which is 2,000. Why is it not popping up? 2023, which is basically the August high. If we can crack through that again, let's freaking go. I think ETH is going to full send. Still below that, though. Just be cautious as we move up. Where we got in ETH? Bitcoin, 27,228. So, like I said, we're finding a little bit of resistance, say, at the top of the range. You guys want the moon helmet, man? Not yet. We can't play the moon helmet, bro. I will put on the moon helmet once again if Bitcoin breaks out. Whoops. If Bitcoin breaks out from the wedge. If Bitcoin breaks the wedge to the upside, moon helmet is going on instantly. We got to wipe off the dust because that shit is dusty. Let me see how dusty it is. This is. All right, gotta dust this shit off, bro. I haven't put this thing on in months. Oh, my God, man, I think there's smells like hay in there. Has Horse Guy been putting that on? Horse Guy must be putting that on every time he's bullish. Yeah, Jordan, I've been putting on the moon helmets when I'm feeling euphoric. It helps me. It does. Every time I'm euphoric, I steal the moon helmet and put it on. Sometimes I put hay in there to eat too. It's pretty nice. But yeah, when you put it on, we want you to put it on, Jordan. we need the damn moon helmet. But as soon as we break this, we'll put it on. Just not yet. Bass said, sorry, I used that as a fart jar. The fart jar. The damn fart jar. That's awesome, dude. All right. So we got that for Ethereum. Let's go to USDT. This is an interesting chart, right? So, by the way, the other reason that was like obvious to be bullish, and it wasn't just this is a very interesting chart. I want to show you guys this. I think this is a really bullish chart. Right here is USDT dominance. But what I want to show you guys real quick is Cramer, right? So not only do we get bad news today, but Cramer was out here trashing crypto. And to always inverse Cramer, okay? He was out here trashing crypto today. Tweet after tweet after tweet about crypto. He said, I would rather invest in chain letters than some of this garbage. And this is not the only one. He was going on and on and on and on and on and on about crypto today, right? I think I have another video right here. Let me refresh this. I have another video right here, right? From Cramer. Ready? Let me turn this on for you guys real quick. Cramer, you know you always inverse Cramer, bro. We know this by now. Hold on, ready? Let me see. I hope you guys can hear this, but ready?
Absolutely, you do. Absolutely. I think that if you are in a series of coins that were mentioned, and we all kind of know them, we're talking about Solano, talking about
Solano.
Cardano.
He doesn't even know how to say it. And he's trying to give advice.
Cardano, right? Do you think it's
Look at his face. This guy's an imbecile. Why does he look like that?
I think that if you are in a series of coins that were mentioned,
You can't hear it? What do you mean you guys can't hear it? Shit. Anyways, he said basically if you're in any coins, but get out of them, especially Solano and Cardano. He doesn't even know how to say the coin. Cardano. Look at his face, man. Oh, Lord. Why does he sit there like that? He sits there with a smug face, like, with this. He's like, let me find a good, he sits there like this. He's like, yeah, if you own Solano or Cardano, all right, get out. What's wrong with that guy, then? He's got some issues. He's got some issues. Yo, shout out to Don't Rage at Me. But that was another reason to be bullish today. Was basically Cramer trash crypto like I'd never seen him before. So like that makes me really bullish. Not only like for the short term, but he was absolutely going off on crypto. And he probably made a lot of like I don't know if anyone actually listens to Cramer, but if they did, they just sold like all their crypto at the Pico low. So like I hope no one listens to Cramer. Like, who actually listens to Cramer? Do people sit there and I don't know. But apparently Cardano is a good short, guys. So Cardano, Solano, like just short them, like I guess. But yeah, so that was kind of in the Twitterverse today was the Cramer tweets, which was fun. It always is. Anyways, besides that. Bitcoin looks like it's cooling off a little bit, which is cool. It's back at the top of the range. Like it's up 6% today. Just because it just cools down, it's not a big deal. But this is where you start getting a little bit cautious for short-term moves, right? Not saying like sell your whole portfolio at 27.2, but obviously as we get to resistance levels, just be a little cautious. I hope we just smash through here. But you guys know how it is sometimes. We might just need to kind of waddle around in here. Even though we've been waddling around in here for quite a bit. And I'm sick of waddling around like a damn penguin in here. But I won't be surprised if we do a little pullback and come up like this. But yeah, so that's what we got on the coin. USDT dominance. I think this is my favorite chart right here. This is my favorite chart. So I was taking a look at this today. And obviously yesterday we had a massive push up on USDT dominance. You can see it right here, right? And this was another reason that I was sort of, I was sort of bullish at the time because we basically broke out, right? So we broke this previous high on USDT dominance, and we basically did the opposite of what Bitcoin does, which is basically we have a high, right? And then we basically take out the high, and then we dump back below the high. Whenever you see that, as always, you're going to see a drop, right? So you got that swing fail on USDT dominance in there, and that's not looking too great. And I wanted to show you guys this, and obviously we've only been up here about 4 times. Now, I wanted to show you guys this because I thought this was pretty damn interesting. But if we go back and look at all these times we got above this, this was actually some of the times that we saw massive drops on this. And why is this important? Well, if USDT dominance goes down, okay, typically that means Bitcoin's going up. Why? Because people are selling Tether into Bitcoin or altcoins or whatever, right? We just swung fail that high. If we go back and look, there's only one time we really broke above this significantly, or like for a significant amount of time, and that was the FTX crash. Like it took the FTX crash to push us above there. But look at all these times where we swung fail this high, we dumped, right? We swung fail this high, we dumped. We basically swung fail up here, we dumped. We swung, failed, dumped. We swung, failed, dumped. This actually, you getting above this like 7.91% level has actually marked a lot of bottoms, local bottoms for Bitcoin, right? Except the FTX crash, right? This one we ended up staying up in here for like 2 months, but obviously that was a very different scenario. That was like max fear. Like that was like just a horrible time, right? So we've now done it again, where we broke back above and we came back below. So the question is this going to start dumping all the way back down here? And if it does, that would be very, very interesting for the corn. If Tether starts dumping all the way back down to the low of the range. It'll be interesting. We'll keep an eye on this. But this is another like kind of chart. I was sort of poking around today and noticed that there was only really one time we stayed up here for more than a week. And that was the FTX dump. Other than that, this has been like kind of marked the lows on Bitcoin many, many times. So let's see. Let's get it. And, obviously it could just bounce right back above. But historically, it didn't do that, right? So let's go. Let's go. Anyways, what do we got? Already smoked half the doobie. Hamilton, you smoked half the doobie? Congrats to you, bro. Congrats to you. Man, it was some craziness this morning, man. All I was hearing this morning was,
Everybody panic, we're going to zero.
Bank of Canada guy came over to my house today. Bank of Canada guy came to my door today, okay? And he basically had to tell me what Bitcoin was. He had to remind me what Bitcoin was, right? So if you guys are new to the stream, Bank of Canada guy, he always gives me an update.
Basically, Bitcoin is clearly a scam. Cryptocurrency is clearly an idiot with no common sense. And scientifically speaking, according to a study at the Bank of Canada, more people who are financially illiterate invest in Bitcoin.
Thank you. Thank you, my guy. You always know what to say whenever we need to say it. He came over to knocked on my door today and told me that. And I recorded him for some reason because I'm weird. But let's see. This is the best time of our life, bro. That's it. The best time of our life, bro. This isn't nothing. This is nothing, bro. All right? I don't know how long you've been in crypto, but I mean, this is a great day. And it's a great FU to Gary Gensler. Like, if we flip the chart upside down, dude, this is fantastic. This is just a huge FU to Gary Gensler. Look at this. You got the pinky, you got the left finger. Now we got the FU finger in there. Look at that, man. And I think we're about to make the thumb. We're about to make the thumb. All right? So we got the left, we got the pinky, the ring finger, the big middle finger, and we're about to make the thumb. Let's go.
Strap up, we're going to the moon.
It's the best time of his life, he said. That's awesome, man. I'm glad you can have your best time of your life when you're watching the stream. That's super kind words, bro. I take that shit to heart. So seriously, man. Thank you. I appreciate you. Now let's go talk about Cardano. All right. 3 fingers and a thumb is all I ever needed. Anderson, that could go a very different way, man. I would never, as a man, I would never say you need a thumb. I wouldn't go there. All right. Let's go. Someone asked what the fear and greed index was at. The fear and greed index was at a fear yesterday. What it'll be at today? I'm sure it'll be back to neutral today. But we did get fear. And what do you know? Like, another kind of thing is the first time that we dip into fear on the fear and greed, we get a massive bounce. I'm not surprised, right? If you look at the fear and greed, right? Not to say I'm going to do TA on the fear and greed, but there's been this trend line for fear and greed. If you look, we started out at like a 5 back in June of 2022, right? And then we made a higher low back in the 27th, right, of 2022. And then we made another higher low, right, at the banking crisis dip in March of this year. Now we've come down, and it looks like it's kind of like got a nice little trend line in here. You guys see this? Let me see if I can zoom in here. Can I zoom in on this? Oh, nice. I can. Nice. Look at this, guys. We almost got Like a little trend line in here on the fear and greed. Look at that. You know? Extreme fear, kind of extreme fear, fear. We got some fear in here. We're doing some TA on the fear and greed, man. Look at that. It actually is pretty nice. It's pretty cool in there, though. Fear and greed TA. We're almost in a rising channel. So if we get the next move, maybe we should be expecting some extreme greed. If we're going to get another move on the fear and greed. This looks like a penis. But yeah, so that's kind of what we got going on in there, which is cool. So fear and greed, maybe we'll get a higher high on the fear and greed. Let's see. Fear and greed TA. The fear and greed TA, man. You never doubt the fear and greed TA. Someone said we got bearish divergence. Yeah, we might have got it on the short-term time frames. So on the 4-hour time frame, there's some slight bearish divergence. You got higher highs in the RSI, lower highs on price. So we'll see what kind of happens in there, right? Like I said, short term, you might kind of waddle around in here for a little bit because you are back at the top of the range. So if we kind of just chop in here, you know, which is fine, at the end of the day, and that's cool. That's cool. And even if we get a pullback in here, that's cool. It's just the fact that we were able to get back in the range, which I think is the important part. Not necessarily that we have to moonshot right now, right? And you know how it is. As soon as we kind of get a little bit of red, it's going to be back to we're going down to the deep depths of the crypto abyss, right? And it's going to be over again and all this stuff. So a pullback here, sideways here is fine. At the end of the day, it's fine. And honestly, like, I wouldn't be surprised because you're at this resistance in here, right? Resistance, kind of in there. But I also would be surprised to wake up tomorrow and Bitcoin be up here. I would not be surprised about that either. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Stock RSI in the 4 hours still got some room to run if it wants to. 4-hour RSI has room to run if it wants to. It's just a matter of, okay, is this resistance going to be big enough to keep Bitcoin down right now? We'll see, right? We'll see. We shall see. Let's see. No moonshots right now, said Whale. You don't want a moonshot? Oh man, listen, I'm ready for a moonshot, bro. I've been ready for quite a bit for a damn moonshot. All right, so we talked about Bitcoin. We talked about Ethereum. We talked about USDT dominance. Let's talk about, the boring stuff. And you guys probably don't want the boring stuff. I think right now there's a lot of questions. The biggest question that I see right now is this question. Jordan, why is my altcoin not moving up with Bitcoin? All right? Why is Matic not moving up? Why is Cardano and Solana not moving up? All right? They're commodities too. Right? And I think that's the biggest question right now. And kind of like we used to say with like Camirand and some of these ones that were deemed securities before, those ones might have, and I don't want to fudge your coins, guys. I don't want you guys to hate me to be like, oh my God, Jordan's fudding my coin. I was saying this before too about like Camirand and some of the other ones that were sort of deemed securities, right? Just be careful on the ones, and what I mean by be careful is, don't be surprised if you might see a little bit of weakness in the alts that were sort of called securities today. You know what I mean? Like, what are you guys laughing at in the chat? What are you guys laughing at in the chat? Oh, he said I'm short. Makes sense. I don't know. I think you guys laughing at me. I thought I did something funny. I don't know. Sometimes I just do shit. Oh, don't be telling me we're frozen. We're good. I thought I was frozen. And I don't want to sound like I'm fudding your coin, okay? I don't want you guys to hate me. Like, oh, I hate Jordan because he's talking shit about Solana or Cardano or, just those ones might have some weakness because you might see some people be kind of scared to be buying, the Matic or Cardano or Solana and stuff like that, right? And I want to be honest, right? And that's kind of how I feel right now. So, as always, I it's kind of just the way it is, right? So just that if you own any of those coins, I'm not saying sell them, but just don't get discouraged if they don't really move right away. Because you're gonna have people finding this out. They're gonna be selling out. There's gonna be some sell pressure in there on those. But you never know. Maybe something happens and they say, oh, they're not securities, and they moonshot to the moon because everyone's, just selling them. I don't know, man. Right? But just make sure we have that. Jordan hates my coin. Listen, I own some of those too. I own Matic, Solana. I think it was some other ones too in there. So yeah, there was some other ones, but it was besides the point. Just don't be surprised if you see some weakness on those ones. But it is what it is. But I think we have to get out of their way, because that's kind of the biggest question right now is, are those ones gonna still move up with Bitcoin if they move up? And I still think, and I know this is boring, I still think it's best to be in Bitcoin and Ethereum. I still think it's best. And actually, I would see Bitcoin, man, right? This was a big move for Bitcoin. You know what I mean? And that's kind of still my thought process. But besides the point, I want to touch on that. Bro, the full security coins list is 50 plus alts. Yeah, I saw that, Wes. It's a lot of freaking alts. It's a lot of alts. But, we'll see. We don't really know how that's going to impact shit. We had a few, but now there's a lot. So, how is that going to impact the market? We'll see. We'll see, obviously. Breaking news. Pepe is not a security. Yet. Is it a security? Is it? I don't know. It's not one yet, I guess. All right, so let's jump onto some boring shit that might impact Bitcoin, right? So we have the stock market. This is kind of the one thing that's man. The stock market has been bullish as shit, right? And I've been paying attention to the stock market a lot in the last few months. And I will tell you this, still a lot of people every day being bearish on the stock market, right? People have been bearish on the stock market since the low. Every day. I pay attention to it, man. It's going to dump today. It's going to crash. It's going to crash. It's going to crash. Every week it's going to crash. For the past 10 months, it's going to crash. NASDAQ, been in a straight line up. The whole way up, it's going to crash. Every single week, it's going to crash. I will say this, though. We are coming to a point where I would not be surprised if there's a pullback. All right? For you guys who care about the stock market in there. We're at the golden pocket on the NASDAQ. We're at the golden pocket for the S&P. And we're coming to a point where I would not be surprised there's a pullback. All right? So just make sure we have an eye on that. I'm not going to say it's going to happen, right? But if it does, I don't know how it's going to impact Bitcoin, right? So just make sure we are sort of keeping an eye on this. As I've been bullish on the stock market, and it's just been going up, but we are getting to the point where this is usually where retail starts FOMOing in and just shit. This is when they start FOMOing into, Google and Microsoft and Amazon and all the ones that are popping off, right? And this is where you just be a little bit cautious. Not going to say oh my God, it's going to dump from here, but cautious is the right word. As stocks are getting up to resistance levels. DXY, what we got on this? DXY still at resistance, man. I don't know what this thing's doing. This thing sucks. Just dump, bro. You're at resistance. Why are you just sitting there, man? It's acting like a Chad. Yeah, I'm not dumping. I'm the best currency in the world. You think I'm going to dump? You haven't met Chad. No, dude, this thing's not doing shit. It's just back up to resistance. It's got 1, 2, 3 touches in this trend line. It came up to the 702, 618 retracement in this zone. And it's just been every single day, man. Just wicks up, rejected, wicks up, rejected, wicks up, rejected, wicks up, rejected, wicks up, rejected. I'm waiting for the dump. But it has not come yet. And this could be a scenario where if the dollar starts dumping from here, that could be another thing. Where we have tether dominance, we know that looks like it's going to dump. Okay, we already looked at that. We have tether dominance that looks going to dump. And then the dollar also at resistance. So we have a lot of things going for us right now. But we need this thing to dump Onzo. But it's just sitting there like a troll that doesn't want to dump. So we'll keep an eye on that. Bitcoin's moving up again. Oh, it's moving up a little bit. Let me zoom in a little bit. We're way too zoomed out on this shit. Let's go to like the 15 minute. Yeah, let's go to the 15 minute. So we are above that weekly open. Bitcoin, 27,258. Can we reach 27.5 by the close? We got 5 minutes until the close. Anthony said, what do you think about Urine Finance next bull run? Urine Finance? It's an altcoin, right? The thing is, I don't know much about Yearn Finance. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know the fundamentals of Yearn Finance. What I'll tell you is, it probably doesn't do much right now. And then with all the other altcoins, it probably goes up. And I know that's like the most basic answer in the world. And you're looking for like this like epic, Yearn Finance is going to go to this price level. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, because not many people are. No one freaking knows where Yearn Finance is going to go. But I will tell you this. If the cycles repeat, which I do think they will, you'll see it go up, just like with everything else. And it should be a fantastic day, and you will, it's usually a few months that altcoins go nuts. It would be a fantastic few months, and you will go to the chariot. Look at this pit stain. Look at this. Holy guacamole. Look at this pit stain. Wow. That is from the 10 cups of coffee I drank today. Holy shit. Look at this, fellas. Look at this, fellas. You gotta see this. Holy shit. Take a look at the pit stain. Just marvel at it. Holy. This is me right today. Look at that, bro. Nice pit stain. Look at that. Do I have one on this arm too? Oh, this one's even bigger. Look at that. No, my pits are always sweating, man. I've always had a pit stain problem where that's back when I was a kid, all my shirts. You guys ever have shirts that literally always you would have white shirts and it would just be crusty and you guys know exactly what I mean. And you were a kid, so you didn't care. You didn't care about the pit stains as a kid. You know what I mean? So you just had like crusty shirt and it was just crusty as shit and you just put it on every day and you didn't give a shit. You guys know exactly what I mean. I still eat. Buy some antiperspirant, you weirdo. I do. It doesn't help. No, I think that's just you, bro. Let's see. DJ said low testosterone men don't sweat. Is that actually true? I don't know if that's actually true. But if it is, I'm on board. As I sweat, let me tell you. Just you? Okay, it's just me. I'm just the weirdo, apparently. Yeah, we'll do 10 more memberships towards the end of the stream, guys. I want to give you guys a little bit more chance to be able to win the membership. Just make sure you're subscribed, you like the stream, and you comment in the chat. If you do those 3 things, you have a chance to win the membership, which is random. I don't choose. I put it in, and it chooses 10 people. So just make sure you do those 3 things and by the end of the stream. And honestly, you could leave the stream if you really wanted to, and you'll get a notification that says, you are a new member. You are a Jordanite. You might get the notification. So just make sure you do that. All right, so Bitcoin 15 minutes. We got 27,254. We got a little bearish divergence on the 15 minutes in here, right? A little bit of lower lows on the RSI, a little bit of higher lows and price action in here. Do we got enough juice to push this higher? It doesn't look very weak, right? I know you got a little bearish div in here, but it's some hefty price action in here. It is some hefty ass price action in here, and I think we're actually going to get the daily bullish engulfing candle, and it's not going to be okay. We just got the close, perfect. We just got the close. There we go. We're good. But yeah, we actually did close with the bullish engulfing candle. We're close below the 50 EMA, so we still got to fight with that. We got above the weekly open, which is good. So now we're kind of wedged between the weekly open and the 50 EMA, which is kind of a weird spot to be, but we are in between those. And so let's see what the price action gives us in here. Let's see. We got the higher close on the daily. We did. We retraced the entire dump from yesterday, which is fantastic. Let's see. Those pits aren't normal. Oh, come on, guys. They're not normal. But I was open enough to show you my pits. Like, how many people can be open enough to show me their pits, right? I know one person. What's going on, guys? The second biggest channel in the interwebs. Guys, if you haven't checked out BenCoin, make sure you check out Bencoin. It's going to be the best community coin in the world where I will sell all my books. All right, guys. Now, I don't have any pit stains because I'm the best channel in the interwebs. Okay? So, get it right. Now, I bench press 250 pounds. Okay? I bench press 250 pounds. But I'll tell you this. My pits don't sweat. All right? Because that's not what the best channel in the interwebs armpits do. All right? So make sure you guys go buy Bencoin. It's, like I said, the best community token in the interwebs. Get in there. And I'll catch you guys in the next live. I'm out. I was trying to do the outro music. I don't know how much that worked. Oh, Lord. All right. Bitcoin's still 27,199. Lord. Your mom has huge pits. Yeah, that's I don't know. Beth, I don't think that's the only thing small she's got. You know? Anyways, keeping an eye on BTC in here. Okay, what did we look at? Let's check out Fear and Greed and see what we got on the new day in here. See what we got in the new day. Yeah, we're back to neutral. Not surprised. We just had a massive day. Back to neutral on Fear and Greed. We're on to a new day, guys. We're on to a new day. A fantastic day. And, okay, so we looked at Bitcoin. We looked at ETH. We looked at USDT dominance. We looked at the DXY. We looked at, we talked about altcoins that might be weak because of the SEC thing. We had, what else do we have to look at, guys? We have, I guess the other things we can look at is some of these. So like Bitcoin dominance is going back up. Kind of still in this little triangle in here. We'll see what happens with this. Honestly, I honestly think it's going to, I still have been saying I think this is going to go higher. And I'm more bullish on Bitcoin than altcoins right now. I will say that. Now, there's some altcoins I think that can do well. XRP, Litecoin. There's a few. But Bitcoin, I still think is the best play at the moment, which I know is like kind of the boring play. But sometimes the boring play is the best play, right? So I still think Bitcoin dominance will go up. You know, not to sound like you guys know, not to sound like our guy. Do some dubious speculation. Where we get. Look at this hair today, man. Thanks for jumping back into the cryptoverse. Today we're going to talk about Bitcoin dominance and how it's going to go higher and wreck altcoins and wreck altcoin bag holders. Now let's jump on in. No, we're not going to do that, but. I still think Bitcoin dominance is going up. It just makes sense. And typically this is what you see. So Bitcoin dominance still going up. ETH dominance actually still going up too. So I actually think it's going to be Bitcoin dominance and ETH dominance going up. And what does that mean? What is Bitcoin dominance and ETH dominance going up to? Well, basically what that does is that just means everything else is just bleeding into Bitcoin and ETH. And I honestly... I think you're going to see that continue, right? I mean, you've really seen that since June of 2022. Or, I mean, I guess you could really say October of 2022. You've basically seen ETH dominance go up, and you've seen Bitcoin dominance go up, right? That's kind of what you've seen, right? And I'm not making shit up. I'm not just like showing you something that's not true. That's just what it is, Bitcoin dominance, ETH dominance, both going up. I think that's going to continue, and that's why majority of my portfolio is in Bitcoin and ETH, because I think that's going to continue for at least the foreseeable future. Eventually, that'll change, but I think you're going to continue to see that shit. As you get ETH dominance with the first higher high since, basically January, and you're seeing Bitcoin dominance kind of just hanging out at the highs, man. So it'll be interesting when it comes to those, but. My take on this is Bitcoin and ETH are the best plays, and probably Bitcoin is the best play, which is boring. There's going to be altcoins that do better, obviously. If some get a random pump, they're going to do better. Anyways, Bitcoin, 27,270. Let's go, bro. Wake up, Asia. Let's wake up, Asia. Bath asked for Asia. We're waking up, Asia. Let me get the sushi going, because we need Asia right now. Where's my damn sushi? Here it is. All right, boys. what I need to see in the chat from you. All right? If you want to see the bounce for Bitcoin, what we need to see is I need to see you in here spamming the damn sushis. Okay? Oh shit. There we go. Hold on, I gotta load this. I need you spamming the damn sushis in the chat. If I don't see you spamming the damn sushis in the chat, we're gonna have a little bit of an issue. Just kidding. I would never do anything to you. But we're gonna have a little bit of an issue. All right? So, let's get this shit and let's get this show on the road, baby. Come on, boys. Let me see those sushis. Give me the sushis. We pumping this corn. Come on, boy. Come on! The neighbor yelling. Pump that Cardonzo! Salonzo! Alright. Alright. We're pumping it. We're trying to. Come on, boy. Let's back up that like button, boy. Keep saying boy. Let's go. Low music. Let me turn it back up. There we go. It's not working very well, guys. All right. All right. There we go. All right. We tried. We failed at the moment. And now that the song's done, it's going to pop. It's usually how it is. So let's see if we can get any type of move on the coin coming up here. Still kind of fighting in here, man. We're just fighting that resistance. But we are fighting hard. We'll keep it on the BTC here. What is it? It's already 8:09. Shit, today's going fast. We've talked about so much shit actually today. We've talked about a lot of shit, haven't we, guys? Right? I know Clint's gonna say, but yeah, man, we've talked a lot of bullshit. We've talked about the Wyckoff. Oh man. Let's see. Good morning, Asia. Here's some tea. I hope you have a great day. Me too. Hope everyone has a great day. Hope everyone had a great day today. I know earlier today there was probably a lot of people freaking out, you know, like, oh my God, look where Bitcoin is, right? But I hope, maybe we didn't get the exact short-term time frames correctly, but, always talking about the scenarios and looking at important levels. And I hope people took advantage of the dip today, especially with the bad news. And if you didn't take advantage of the dip, I hope you just you learned something from today. And I just hope that you understand that when you have, all your important weekly moving averages at all the same price, there's a very high chance you will bounce from that price, right? Like I said, you got the 200 moving average in here, you got the 20 moving average in here, you got the 50 moving average in here, all at the same damn price, right? And not only that, right, you also had the weekly highs coming in right there, right? So that was just such good confluence in there. So I said now's the hard part, right? The easy part is either buying the low or sort of getting that initial bounce. The hard part is getting the freaking breakout in here. That is the hard part, getting the breakout into new highs. And that's what we're going to try to do, which is with some good freaking shit. Lazarus is just chilling. Nice. Let's see. I learned 26K lesson. Oh, nice, Revy. Nice, bro. Bitcoin's still just chilling right here. And like we said, guys, like I wouldn't say, I would be, not going to say don't be bullish here. But as always, we're coming up to resistance. So now if there's a time to just be a little bit cautious, right? This is the time to be a little bit cautious, right? These lows were probably the best time to get in. Now that Bitcoin's up to the 50 EMA and it's coming up to this resistance point, this is when you want to just be slightly cautious if you're looking to buy something for a short-term move or you're looking to long, right? This is probably not the best place to long from. So just putting that out there, right? And as much as I want this to just go, there's still a scenario where we just kind of just do this until next week or some shit, So just understand that. But I am pulling and I am praying to see Bitcoin break out, and then I am hoping and praying to see some of the alts that we are sort of, or we've been sort of, we've been kind of waiting for the breakout, like XRP, which retraced pretty much the whole dump as well today. XRP dumped all the way down to the 30 and 50 in here. Got a nice bounce. And XRP sitting right back and knocking on that door. Like that dip never happened as well. Right? So we're kind of, waiting to see if Bitcoin's going to do this. Waiting to see if Bitcoin does that, you'll probably see XRP break out as well. And that's kind of what we're waiting for. Are we gonna chop in here for a little bit longer? Is XRP gonna chop in here for a little bit longer, or are we gonna start seeing some of those breakouts? That is kind of the real deal today as we wait. But we got the hard part over, which is getting through the FUD, right? That's the hard part. Now it's back to the waiting game and whack the Wyckoff. Wait to see if we can freaking break through here, man. Hope it goes down. I get paid Thursday. Yeah. Well, just for you, Amit. Put a limit order in. I hope it wicks down for you and you just get a perfect buy order, man. And then we bounce. So just for you, Amit. I hope it wicks down for you, buddy. George is going to be drunk tonight. I think George is drunk every single night. Did you guys see his stream the other night? I don't think I talked to you guys about this. Did you see his stream the other night where he made some joke and he was like,
it wasn't a joke.
Wait, he based
Someone asked me what else he likes besides crypto
and Legos, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So someone asked him in the chat, George, what do you like besides crypto and Legos? And George says,
Girls with that
hold on. And George says, hold on. Where's his face? Where's his freaking face? Where's his face when I need it? Well, besides crypto and Legos, girls with daddy issues.
That's it.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys saw that. It was just weird. It was just not something he would typically say, which makes me question, okay, what's going on over there? What's going on in George's world over there? I don't know if you guys saw that. About daddy's girls? Yeah. It was weird. And then it was almost like the chat was silent and everyone was like, what the hell is going on here? I don't know if you guys saw that, but it wasn't like a joke how he said it. It was just weird. That's all I'll say. It was just if anyone else saw it, you guys know exactly what I mean. It wasn't like he was saying it like a joke. So I don't know what's going on in George's world, like I said, but something something's going on over there. I'm listening for daddy issues. Nice. Let's see. Oh, Clint, my bad, man. Clint, I got you, bro. Clint said, what's the Wyckoff 18 steps look like for Tesla? Take a look at the chart if you don't mind. Clint, my bad, man. My bad, bro. Anthony said, Urn was only coin to go higher than BTC, 96K. As far as price, what you got to remember, Anthony, price doesn't matter, right? It's about percentage gains, right? Oh. Wait, I want ice cream! Come back! I want ice cream! I don't know if you guys heard the ice cream truck outside. No, price doesn't matter. It's about percentage gains, right? So yeah, Yearn went to 96,000, but it's not about price, right? It's about how much something goes up percentage, right? So basically, okay, Bitcoin went to 69K, but Cardano went to $3. What went up more in the bull market? Cardano did, even though the price was lower, right? It's about how much percentage something goes up. So if like something starts at 1 cent and it goes to, I don't know, let's just say 10 cents, it's a 10x, right? If something starts at 1,000 and it goes to 5,000, that is a 5x, right? What is the better investment? This, right? The 10x, right? Even though it's a lower number, right? Price is irrelevant, right? Now, psychologically, people like to buy the lower priced coins just because they can get more of them. But it is what it is. We about to pump? Knuckle Buster, let's go, man. We kind of already got the pump, man. Bitcoin pumped 6% today. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if we kind of chop around for a little bit. 6% is a big move, especially right now where there's like no volume in the market. 6% is a massive move. So now we're kind of back in the range that we were in before, and hopefully we don't range in here for another 3 weeks. That would be freaking brutal. Let's see. Market cap. Thank you. Yeah, you could say market cap, whatever. Percentage. 2 + 2 = 4. Quick math. Yeah, they gotta understand. A lot of you guys have been. I know you guys are making jokes in the chat about that, but you guys gotta understand. You guys have been in this game for at least like 1 or 2 years at this point. For someone that's coming in, they have no idea what anything means, right? Think about it. When you came into crypto, right, as a newbie, you basically wanted to buy the thing that was the lowest price, most likely, because you thought that you got more of it, and if it goes to the price of Bitcoin, you're going to be a trillionaire, right? That's kind of what everyone thinks when they get in, right? Maybe not if you were in the stock market before and you understand what it means, but for someone that's never invested in anything before, they don't have any clue what market cap or what's the difference between price, market cap, right, and supply, right? You have no idea what the difference between all those things are. You just think price high, I don't want. Price low, I want. Right? That's basically what you want. Pump more, baby. I want it to pump more. We got a little, like I said, we got a little bearish divergence on the 15-minute in here. We might have it on the 1 hour too. Yeah, slight bearish div on the 1 hour, slight bearish div on the 15-minute. So we'll see if Bitcoin's got the juice to sort of ignore that. That's short-term time frame shit. Like I said, you could certainly get a little bit of a pullback in here. You got the weekly open right here at 27,129. I would like to hold that. So that's a level that we can watch. Right here at the weekly open. 27,120 is that level in there. Which is, I have it different on all these charts. Hold on, let me do this. Let me go to the weekly. Let me find the open, which was, let me just delete this. Let me just grab the magnet so we get it exact. Boom. Let's mark that. Let's go back to the 4 hour in here. Or let's go back to the 15-minute. That's kind of the level I think would be cool to hold. Doesn't mean it will, but it would be cool to hold that level. And if it breaks below that, okay, we might just chop in here for a little bit. Maybe get a little retrace of the moving averages in here, which is cool. You got a 6% up day. You might not, though. Bitcoin might say, screw you, I'm the honey badger, I'm going to the moon. Oh my God, what did I just do? Oh my God. I'm sorry, guys. You just got attacked by 3 songs at once. Oh my God, I am sorry, guys. I did not mean to press that.
Strap up, we're going to the moon.
I did not mean to press that. All right, Clint wanted Tesla. Let me do Tesla for Clinty, because Clinty's gonna get mad at me. All right, let's go look at Tesla. Because me and Clinty are Tesla buds. We like me and Clint like our stocks. Okay. By the way, shout out to Palantir. If you got in Palantir, shout out to you. They had a partnership with Amazon today. This shit's about to go nuts. It already has gone nuts, but it's about to go nuts. This is my biggest stock holding right here. Tesla just continues up, man. Tesla just continues up. Clint wants to know the Wyckoff for Tesla. Tesla's an interesting chart. It's not kind of the same as the other charts. It just kind of had a massive dump off, and then let's see. Yeah, you didn't even retrace to the retracement levels. You just kind of bounced, which is cool. But yeah, I say Tesla. You're now breaking this previous high in here. You're breaking this low. Like, this was a huge point to break right here. Right in this zone, right in there. That was a huge point to break. You've now smacked that shit. You know, like, I wouldn't be surprised. I know like stock markets are getting to, you know, key points. But if this can continue up, I wouldn't be surprised to see this gap fill up here, man. I would not be surprised whatsoever to come up and fill this damn gap on Tesla at 260. I would not be surprised. Which I think also would kind of be something like this. Right, this is coming down. Something like this. And you kind of also tap. It might come a little. It's a little bit lower. Get a little resistance in there, but yeah, man, you got that gap for Tesla, man. We like to fill gaps. You know, we like to fill the gaps on the stocks. So Tesla, man. I mean, it's a lot of the high tech, the tech stocks look. The only one that looks kind of shady is Apple. Apple kind of swung failed a high in here. Apple looks kind of shady, but Amazon looks freaking fantastic. Amazon mooning. These are all. I don't like. I just don't care about stocks. But Clint asked for the freaking Tesla. All right, and Tesla, he shall receive. You know. Let's see. He's like, stocks. You guys are like,
you should be investing in stocks, not crypto.
Oh, he doesn't finish the damn thing anymore, man. You should be investing in stocks, not crypto. I sort of agree. I think everyone should kind of have a little bit of a stock portfolio. It's kind of fun. Like, when crypto's boring, it's cool to have something else to kind of look at. That's like the only thing that's kept me sane in the last like 3 weeks is the stocks. Like, if I wasn't looking at that, I don't even know what I would do. Fill that gap. We must fill the gap. Clinty, where you at, man? Where you at, Clinty? Can we look at SEC on Deck Screener? Stupid egotistical cocksuckers. SEC. Do they have it on TradingView, Bath? Let me see. SEC on Deck Screen. They have it on here. Stupid egotistical cocksuckers. Look at this, man. Look at this. Pumped yesterday. This thing pumped nice today. Look at stupid egotistical. I should probably not have this on the screen. I'm going to take that off the screen, man. I probably shouldn't be having that on the screen. I'm going to get myself banned for having stupid egotistical cocksuckers on the stream. Yeah. We're going to slowly get that off the screen and act like that didn't happen, all right? That did not happen, guys. You didn't see shit. All right? So if YouTube comes for me, all right, do not tell them that you saw stupid egotistical cocksuckers on the screen. All right? Because, you know, we have a tendency to do that. All right, Bitcoin, still 27,230. Still holding here, man. You're still holding the line. All right. 27,230 for the corn. We got Ethereum 18,887. I would love. I like seeing $1,800 Ethereum, but I would love to see $1,900 Ethereum again. I would love to see 1,900 Ethereum. I definitely would. Screenshot it, said Hans. What, are you gonna send it to YouTube? Here come the Karens. The Karens are coming out. I can already see it right now. Jordan, that is inappropriate to put on YouTube. Don't you know my kids are watching? All right, I know crypto is only supposed to be 18 plus, but I have my 10-year-old kids watch your stream. All right? Do not be showing those inappropriate things. All right? I have never sucked a cock in my life. All right? So you should not be talking about that. All right? I have never done anything like that in my life, but I have kids somehow. You know, here they come. Here they come. I also think it's funny, man. Like, you know, people do stuff. Like, think about it. I think this is always such a backwards thing, right? People do stuff, right? So, like, people suck cocks, right? But you can't talk about sucking cocks. Like, it's like, what is this world, man? It doesn't even make any sense. You know? Sorry for everyone that's, as, you know, their wife might be in the background. They're like, oh my God, why do you listen to this guy? Or, you know, oh, you know, your kids might be watching. I'm sorry. I'll play something that the kids like. Here you go.
Bitcoin's going to 10K.
But it's true, man. All right. 27209. Judge put a cap. She's capping. All right. It's still a free country. It is, but it's not. Like, it is a free country, but it's not either. Like, is it really a free country if you say something and you get canceled? Like, it's not. It's technically not a free country, you know. But it is what it is. Anyways, I will digress my rant for another day. What was I looking at? Not really. Altcoins. They're just chopping around, right? I mean, it's funny because, right, Bitcoin's like kind of at this range, and you know, we know we've talked about this kind of for Bitcoin, where it actually hasn't been following this to a T, and you know, it is what it is. These aren't going to follow to a T. But if we just kind of use this as a guide, right, and we say, okay, Bitcoin's somewhere in this range in here, right, where, you know, maybe it waddles in here for a few more weeks, right? Maybe it comes up to the upside. It's gonna the wedges break up 69% of the time. It might not, but they just statistically wise, and if you're just going based off TA, you would expect this to move up, right? You might not do it right away. You might kind of go sideways. And kind of what we've been talking about for alts is them just kind of having green days, red days, green days, red days, until eventually something happens where they go up. What would that be? I don't know, right? There's no way for me to know before it happens. Just kind of like, you know, the news that came out today. The charts kind of, right? And I'm the first person that's like to say, I don't like to blame moves that go against you on the chart, but or on the news. The charts kind of were showing a dump before the news, right? The last few days. You got the dump, right? And then everyone wants to blame the news on the dump. It's kind of like the same thing I'm looking at alts right now. And not that I'm necessarily like, oh my God, like, and I'm going all in on altcoins, but you guys know what we kind of been looking at is this sideways boring period for alts. Like, so just to use Ethereum Classic, for example, we had a dump yesterday, but we've retraced back to where support is today, right? So we're kind of still in this boring period in here where alts don't do shit. And we might kind of see this boring period. Maybe Bitcoin continues up, alts don't do shit, right? Right in this zone. We're still kind of in that zone despite the big FUD that we have today. So, you know, we like to talk about all this is invalidated or whatnot, but we're still just kind of where we should be. And this makes sense from, you know, that kind of the narrative right now, which is altcoins are securities. Don't get into altcoins, right? So we're still kind of just in that zone. I know some of them dump more than others, but, you know, overall, it's kind of where you should be at the end of the day, right? Once again, go sideways. What would cause this? I don't know right now. I have no way to know. Maybe I don't know what it could be, but it's fun to look at this and sort of hypothesize. You know, what could cause this pump? I don't know. Maybe Gary gets fired. I don't know. Gary gets fired. They're deemed not securities anymore. Bitcoin pumps to the moon and you get an alt season. I don't freaking know, right? But, you know, we'll kind of keep an eye on it. Not like I'm betting the farm on this once again, but, you know, it's something to keep an eye on for sure. But that's kind of the update on the Ethereum Classic Fractal from 2020, which we use as a guide for altcoins. Anyways, that's kind of where we're at. Where's Horse Guy? I want to hear his majestic voice. Dude, he's been on the stream like 4 times. Where you been? You just get to the stream? Horse Guy's been here. He's asked for ice cream. He's in shambles right now. He doesn't want to come back on the stream, man. Horse Guy is done for the day. Okay? He is done for the day. Oh, shit. Here he comes. He's not done for the day. Fuck. He's not done for the day, guys. Here he comes. No, I am not done for the day. I have to warn you guys. Okay? I have to warn you. You need to sell out of your crypto now. Get out. Get out now. No, Jordan, shut up. Shut up. No, don't say I'm only telling him this because I sold and I want to buy back lower. I am not fudding Bitcoin because of that. I think it's actually going to go lower. No, I am not fudding. Sell your crypto now. It is going lower. Get out. Get out before you can. Horse guy is pissed off that he sold low, so he's trying to FUD Bitcoin to make it go lower. It's not gonna. He thinks it's gonna have effect on the price. I don't think he realizes that it's gonna have no effect on the price. But there he is. You know, there he is. That's kind of what he's doing right now in his room. He's just kind of yelling that. You know, he's going on forums telling people to sell their Bitcoin. It's basically what he's doing right now. 10K.
Bitcoin's going to 10K.
That's what he's putting on Reddit right now. He's on Reddit Buttcoin right now, getting, you know, just kind of circle jerking on Reddit Buttcoin. If you guys never gone on Reddit Buttcoin, by the way, it's a good laugh. It's a really good laugh. Like, you just know all the people who are on Reddit Buttcoin are just someone who's gotten wrecked in crypto. You know, like, it's a pretty sad place. But if you ever have time, just if you guys use Reddit, dude, just go on Reddit Buttcoin. BUTT coin. It's a good laugh sometimes to go over there. Let's see. Such a great guy. Thank you. Well, thank Horse Guy, you know. All right, still just kind of hanging out on Bitcoin. I think we kind of talked about everything we needed to talk about today. Like we kind of said the last few days, there's not a lot of big macro events this week. There's nothing this week, right? I mean, we had the PMI yesterday. There was nothing today. It's nothing important tomorrow. There's unemployment claims on Thursday, but we have that every freaking week. Might cause some short-term volatility, but it's not a big deal at this point. It's like, because the market doesn't know what it wants. Do you want people unemployed? You don't. The market doesn't even know. But the big thing next week is the thing that I've been talking about that I'm pretty hyped for. And not so much hyped as like, oh my God, like, let's go. But more so hyped because I think it's going to be better than people expect. Is next Tuesday CPI, which is a week from now, and then the FOMC, which is the next day after. Next week is huge, man. Like, next week is massive, right? Because this is the first one where the market is pricing in the Fed pausing rates, right? 80% chance that the Fed pauses rates at the next FOMC meeting, right? Not that I think it's going to cause a pump because I think that's already baked into the prices. You've already seen stocks go up and stuff like that. But that's a good sign, right? And what's the day before? Once again, is the inflation data, which it's not going to, I say this every day, it's not going to come in at 2.83%, but it's going to show a major decrease as this day by day continues down, right? So I think next week is going to be good. That's my personal take. Yeah, I know some people don't think so. Some people think CPI is going to be hot. Okay. Some people think, 25 basis points. Okay, maybe. But at least right now, I like what we look like. I like what we look like going into it. So, like I said, nothing huge this week as far as macro shit, which is cool, man. We just kind of get natural price action this week. It's kind of nice not having to be like, oh, we got PMI this week, PP this week, Chuku this week. Oh, FOMDC this week. It's like, oh, great. What's next? We have ABC this week. We have paper claims this week. Tree claims. It's like, how many different claims and PPIs and cuckoo eyes can we talk about, man? It's good to have a week where there's nothing really going on. So that's good. Anyways, Bitcoin, 27,252. What do we got? What do we got on the coin? Does it got any more juice? Does it got any more juice for us, fellas? Let me know. What do you guys think in the chat? Does Bitcoin got more juice on this initial move? Or you guys think it's going to have a little bit of a pullback here? Let me know what you think in the chat, guys. Anyways, now we'll just keep an eye on Bitcoin unless there's anything else you guys want to really talk about. Let me just check in here. Let's see. What else do you invest in? I am in stocks and crypto, man. Stocks and crypto at the moment. You won't find me in T-bills and bonds or any of that shit. Let's see. Let me guys make sure I didn't miss anything in here. Shout out to everyone. We're going to do the 10 membership giveaway still, guys. But we got a little bit of time in here. As Bitcoin's testing the high, so I don't want to hop off just yet because we are getting a push up here again. 27,300 on the corn. John said so bored. So we'll just kind of hang out. And, if you guys have anything you want me to look at, just put it in the chat. Don't put anything weird in the chat. I know Bass going to come in and like, can you look at my fart jar? No, I can't look at your fart jar, bro. Let's see. All right, let me scroll down. Scrolling down. Let me get, we still have the judges chat up there where we could still have some crack. All right, we got Bitcoin's chart right here, so we're not missing anything. We got, let's see what else we got in here, man. Yo, it's Mike Dawson. Shout out to Mike Dawson, man. Good to see you. Yeah, we pretty much talked about everything at this point, so we're just kind of chill out a little bit, see if Bitcoin gets a little bit of a move, and do whatever, man. Clint said, let me put Clint's chat up here. Clint said, you have to use your internet to buy the T-bills and bonds. Jordan will never figure that out. Nah, I could just Google it, but I don't want to. I don't want to just Google it. I don't want to Google it, man. Haunt said, what's for dinner tonight? I don't know. That's a good question, man. I might splurge tonight. Guys, okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to be healthy, okay? I'm gonna make a line right here. I'm going to be healthy if Bitcoin stays below this line before we end the stream, okay? I will get something. I will splurge. By splurge, I mean just getting, something that's not me cooking it. If Bitcoin breaks this dotted line before the stream ends. So I'm rewarding myself for being a bull if we break that line. And I am punishing myself for being a bear. Well, for not being a bear if we don't break the line, right? So that's what we'll do here. This is the line. Let me see. Jordan gets, we'll just say Chinese. I don't know if it's going to be Chinese, but we'll just put Chinese there. Jordan gets Chinese if we break that line. Let's go. Let's see. Pork sandwich. Dude, nuts flush. I want a pork sandwich so bad, man. I had one the other day, but it was like the one that you get at the store. It wasn't like you want to get at your restaurant where it's like you get like burnt. You get some burnt edges in there and it just smells like just absolute heaven. No, it's one you get at the store and you kind of just throw in the microwave. It wasn't great. Like I said, there is no barbecue places near me over here, so unfortunately, we don't really have that going on, over here. Let's see. Mike said I got Culver's. Yeah, I mean I wouldn't be opposed to eating healthy tonight, but like this is the motivation to get Bitcoin over that line. Is Jordan eats Chinese if we break that line tonight? That's the motivation to get Bitcoin up at this point. Let's see. They don't make good barbecue in New York City. You got to come down south. Dude, I'm saying, man. I heard Texas has the best barbecue. Like, that's why I just want to go to Texas for the barbecue at some point. I just want to get some ribs or some pulled pork and a nice, like, barbecue burger. I would go nuts. If I went down there for 3 days, I would just go absolutely ham with barbecue food. Just over and over and over and over again. Jordan looks like the Nuggets center Jokic. I kind of do look like Jokic a little bit. If I had a buzz cut and no hat, we definitely would. No steakhouse. There's not really much of, like, there is places over here, but usually when we go into the city, I Google it. It's like too far and I'm lazy to walk there. Or we did go to one before and I was like, yes, I finally found a barbecue place. And it wasn't there. You guys ever did that? Like you Google a place and you're like, dude, I finally found a nice little barbecue place. And you like either drive all the way there or you walk there and it's just not there. It's like, dude, what the hell, man? I wasted all that time. All right, Bitcoin 27,298. It's a slow stream. Must have been a lot of bears out there right now. I'm shocked. Bitcoin testing the highs. Still pretty slow in here. I would say I think a lot of people actually sold this low. I think a lot of people did, but not just like necessarily today, but over the course of the last few weeks, just because people were so bored. I think a lot of people sold out. the time capitulation got to them, man. I always say the time capitulation is worse than the price capitulation. Being bored is worse than prices going down. There's nothing worse than being bored. And I know this. I know this better than anyone. There's nothing worse than being bored. I told you guys the last few weeks I was about to go insane. I was. Now we finally got some price action. All right. Looks like the market might want Jordan to get some Chinese tonight. Here comes Bitcoin. Coming up to the Jordan gets Chinese point. Let's go. Yo. Come through, Chief. We'll do barbecue. Dan, you live I forget where you said. You told me where you lived. It was in Texas, right? I think you said Texas. In Dallas. I think you said Dallas in particular. I would love to get Dallas. Wow, left shoulder rub. You didn't rub one off, I guess. Should I do a right shoulder rub just to make it even, Clint? All right, we got Bitcoin coming up here. 27,287. Let me go back to this chart real quick. Yeah, man, we're sitting right at that 50 EMA on the daily. I would love to wake up tomorrow and Bitcoin just be like up here. Yeah, that would be fantastic. You guys ever like have the time where like markets are moving and you just love waking up every day to see where the prices are? Lately, it's been like you open up TradingView and it's at the same price and you're just like, remember the days you would open up your phone, the first thing you woke up, you guys know, first thing you did when you woke up, you opened your phone and you check the price and there it is. It's at a higher price and you're like, yes, let's go, man. It's always the best. But yeah, Bitcoin, if you're just coming to the stream now, we're just kind of waiting to see if this daily wedge is going to play out. We got to give it some more time. It's kind of what we're waiting to see. But this is a bullish pattern with 69% chance of the break to the upside after a capitulation drop on bad news. It's probably the best scenario you could possibly look for, to be honest. When I always like to say this, man, prices usually bottom on bad news. That's what we got. And then when prices pump on bad news, like if you guys actually zoomed in and looked at like the 1 hour time frame today, I'm going to show you guys exactly when we got FUD. Okay. When did the Coinbase FUD come out today? It was right on this candle right here. And literally, instead of dumping on the Coinbase FUD, we actually pumped. When you see that is all you need to know, right? A lot of times, if you just see price pump on bad news, forget the technicals, man. That just shows that the market just doesn't give a shit. And this is at least bullish at this price, right? So that was very, very nice. So not only we bottom on bad news, we also pumped on bad news. And that's literally like one of the best things that you can see in a market is pumping on bad news. It was fantastic. It's fantastic. All right, is Jordan getting Chinese food tonight? Let's see, man. Let's see, as we are very, very close to Jordan getting Chinese. Come on, now I want Chinese. Now we're so close, I'm going to be pissed off if it doesn't. Oh! Yes! Jordan's getting Chinese, boys. I don't even care if it pumps. I don't even care if it dumps back down now. We getting Chinese food. Let's go. Let's go. Screw my cooking. I don't even care if it dumps back down now. Let's go. Jordan gets Chinese. We hitting. Let's see. Egg rolls for days. Boom, baby. Now it's going to dump. Right? It just wants me to get Chinese, then it's going to dump. That's all it wanted. They just wanted me to get Chinese food. The Asians were like, Jordan's going to get Chinese. We got to make some money. Let's pump it. We got to make some money over here. Let's pump it up. Let's go, man. Asia's coming in hot. They're trying. They're definitely trying. We got a little bit of a wick up here. Let's actually look. Let's zoom out a little bit. We're right at this resistance. Let me get rid of the Jordan Guts Chinese because we got the Chinese now. So we got this high, which we're kind of fighting with, right? We've kind of been fighting with that for a couple hours now. 2 hours. So we'll keep an eye on that. But we are kind of fighting with this high here from June 3rd. Besides that, and that also happens to be right where the 50 EMA is. So that's kind of like a little tough cookie in here. It's a tough cookie with a long history. Right there. If you don't know the song, well, you know nothing about pop culture if you don't know that song. I'm just kidding. I know nothing about pop culture. I honestly, I don't. I am probably the least. If we played Trivia Pursuit, I would probably be the last. Unless it's sports, I can name every single thing. Sports section, you want me on your team. But if we're playing Trivial Pursuit, I'm probably the last guy you want on your team because I know nothing about pop culture, movies, music, you name it. I will be horrible. But you just want me on your team for sports because I'll get every question right. But anyways, Bitcoin wicks up. Let's see if we can, we'll stay on for a little bit longer, see if Bitcoin can get a little bit of a move. If we end up just like chilling out here for a little bit, then we'll probably call it a night on the corn. Ethereum, yeah, same thing. 1890 on ETH. Kind of just chilling at those highs in there. Nothing crazy. YouTube should add the ability for likes to people's comments. Yeah, that would be pretty sweet. That would be very, very sweet. Anyways, while we're watching Bitcoin, let me make sure I do this giveaway in here. Let me just open this up real quick. And we'll get this popping. We'll get this popping while we watch the corn. Don't wanna party. Yeah. We don't wanna party. We just wanna get a little loudy. There we go. Let me just pause that so it doesn't flow. There we go. All right. All right, we got that cooking. All right, let me just go grab a little something, and we can do that while we're waiting. Hold up. All right, guys, just make sure, all right, you guys, number one, make sure you like the stream, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you comment in the chat, all right? That's how you're going to have a chance to win. All right, so let's do 10 of these. If you win, basically we do member streams at 8:30 every morning. Just for the market open, talk about, Bitcoin stocks, whatever in the morning before the market goes. So let's do this. Let's do 10. All right. Yeah, if you get a notification, make sure you have, before I do this, I'll give you 5 more seconds. Make sure you have memberships, you can accept memberships in your settings. You might have to go to your settings and press, I can accept memberships, right? So I'll give you 10 seconds to do that. It's probably not long enough, but I'll give you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's all you got. It's probably not enough time. But there you go. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. Boom. Our goal is to make everyone green. If we can get everyone green, that would be dope. We just need to get everyone green at the end of the day. Right? There we go. We got to do 10 in there. All right, we did 10. Let's get rid of that shit. Mad World won. We got Star Child. John M. John M wins. Randy. We got King Peasant. We got it trolls everyone and ends the stream. Facts. Facts, dude. That's what we need to do. We just need to troll and be like, yeah, screw the membership giveaway. I'm out of here. Shout out to everyone that's in the stream, by the way. Bitcoin, a little bit of rejection. So it basically just wanted me to get Chinese, and it's going to pull back a little bit, which it's fine. It's at resistance, right? We might just kind of have to keep kind of slugging through these resistance points because we got a bunch of resistance in here. And like I said, this is where you want to be just a little cautious because we are back at the 50 EMA, so don't be like FOMO and shit, right? When Bitcoin's at the 50 EMA, it's probably not where you want to be FOMOing in. Just have a little bit of patience in here. As we got a lot of shit to work through in here now. So good first step. Good first step today, man. That's exactly what we needed to see. We got the bullish engulfing candle. Whoops. What the hell is going on in here, man? We got the bullish engulfing on the daily, right? We got the bounce off of all our weekly moving averages that we want to see. We got the massive FUD sell-off event on Binance Coinbase, right? Just like the three previous lows, we had FTX, we had the banking crisis, we had Binance Coinbase, right? And now we wait to see if Bitcoin's going to get that breakout. Might not do it right away, like we said. We might waddle in here for a little bit. But we got the bullish pattern, and we got what we need to see, right? Stock market up. Stock market futures up again. Not surprised. It's been up every single day. Dollar down. Not surprised. It's at resistance. So we got the formula, man. We got the formula. Now let's just see if we can let it play out. But on that note, I'm out of here, fellas. Have a fantastic night. I'll catch all you new members. I think we had, 50 new members today? It's insane. I better see all you guys tomorrow, right? Our goal is to get everyone green. That is our damn goal, all right? We got to get everyone green. Anyways, I'm out of here, guys. Catch the members at 8:30. Catch everyone at 7 tomorrow. Hopefully we wake up to some cool Bitcoin prices or some good opportunities, maybe to long or short Bitcoin in here. But anyways, take it easy, fellas. Peace.